Hey, what's the crack? So something very interesting happened while I was going for the platinum of this game, and it's something that's never happened to me before, so stick around and I'll tell you what that was. Also, some of the trophies do include some spoilers. So we start off this game with the main character, Delsin, and he is anything but normal because he has superpowers. Not ones he was born with, but ones he stole. He did take them for a good reason though, and this is the reason here. Augustine, she came in and just messed up his whole life, and she is also the reason I got my first trophy, Ruthless, and it's for picking yourself over the tribe. And this is the start of a very interesting mechanic to have in the game called Karma, where you can choose either good or bad options. I started off with the bad ones. So since we chose ourselves over the tribe, she decided to hurt everyone. And the only way they can be helped is by getting a new power. So we have to travel to Seattle. On the way to Seattle, we discovered that Delsin can upgrade his powers by getting shards from destroyed drones. I wasn't long in Seattle before the first trophy came along, kicking and screaming. And I earned this trophy by finishing off 10 wounded enemies. And it was done by giving them all just a swift kick while they were down. And some of those kicks I gave out disintegrated people. How hard did you have to kick to disintegrate someone? Delsin decides he needs more than one power to take on Augustine, and this is where he gets it, and it's the neon power. He acquires this power from a character named Fetch. New power and new trophy called Put That Anywhere. And you earn the trophy by taking out 10 enemies by using ammo crates. And I wasn't done with explosives just yet, earning my next trophy, Excessive Force, which was for using my explosive ability and taking out only one enemy. Not an explosive trophy this time, but a dangerous trophy nonetheless, called Malice. And it is gained by making the decision to corrupt Fetch and getting her to take out people voicing their opinions. I don't know what she was doing here though. On the way to a new district, Augustine decides to show how powerful she is by sending one of her super goons after us. But he was absolutely no match for Delsin and his powers. So it wasn't long before Delsin got into a new district. And in this new district, I get a new trophy. Make Fetch proud. And to earn this trophy, you prove how good your sharpshooting skills are by hitting 3 weak points with a neon beam in 6 seconds. And because I'm making Delsin be an asshole, I got another trophy for it, called Freedom of Speech. And it's for disrupting 10 activist rallies, because if their opinion doesn't agree with me, they can't have one. Delsin then finds the next conduit he wants to take the powers from, and how he discovered him is by finding what I could only call video game angels. So after one more boss battle, Delsin gets new powers, and his first one up is invisibility, and I've no idea why the brother can see him when he's invisible. This isn't a superpower, I just think it's very impressive he can turn that fast. But I do have to use my powers to get the next trophy, Hat-Trick, and this trophy is only gained by using all 3 of your powers on one enemy. And the next trophy I got was Contempt, and it was very similar to the trophy Malice, and this is for corrupting Eugene and getting him to fight people who are hunting conduits. Delsin then finds a conduit that we met at the start of the game that gave us our smoke powers, Hank, and we give chase after him to see if he has any information about Augustine, but he gave us the slip. I then proved I was the ultimate asshole by earning the trophy Infamous, and I acquired this by achieving level 5 Evil Karma. And here's a little fun fact for you guys. If you're pure evil, you will wear nothing but red jackets. So Hank changed his mind and he actually decides to help us get Augustine. Or so he would have you believe. He actually just leads you into a trap against Augustine. Delsin gets away from Augustine and goes after Hank. And once Delsin finds Hank, he makes a choice and it earns me a trophy, Revenge. And you earn this trophy by picking the bad karma option while with Hank. So all of Delsin's new powers and Hank taken care of, there was only one thing left to do, fight Augustine. And after the fight, the trophy Dominance unlocked, and it's for picking the evil karma option with Augustine. And then after all the bad choices I made, I got the trophy Rebellion, which was for finishing the game with nothing but evil karma. But I want to prove how much more of a nuisance I can be in this game. So I start off by getting the trophy Nothing to See Here, and this can only be achieved by destroying half of the security cameras around Seattle. And then after destroying enough shit, I got the trophy Bwap Bwap Bwap, and it's only got for collecting half of the blast shards around Seattle from broken drones. And I had to keep up the asshole streak by getting this next trophy, Everyone's a Critic. And it's for taking out 10 musicians. And this is why you should always take requests. And this wasn't for a trophy or anything, I just felt like destroying a car. Which I'm curious, how would you claim off your insurance for that? Or could you? But that was enough shenanigans. It's time to move on to the next trophy, where I wasn't done assaulting people just yet with Spin Off, and it was for taking out 10 sign spinners. And then for the trophy, What Did You Call Me? Which I don't know why it's bad karma, because what you have to do to get it is take out 10 obnoxious Arcurian gang members. These are the people that are going around hurting other people. I didn't do anything to this vehicle, it just kind of spawned like this. How or why does this keep happening in games to me? And now for a less aggressive trophy, Coloring Inside the Lines. And it's for using your artistic skill to complete all the stencil art. And I'm just saying, maybe some of that art should not have been done. Well, time to put them nightmares behind me and get the next trophy, Blinded, which was for taking out all the security cameras in the Seattle area. But I still wasn't done taking out cameras because of the next trophy, Big Brother, which was for taking out all the secret cameras around the Seattle area. And then I had to run around like a crazy person to get this next trophy, Inside Track, which was for collecting all the information logs around Seattle. I was running around the place like I was playing Pokemon Go. The next trophy up was called Blown Cover, which was for taking out all the secret agents. And they are a massive pain in the arse to try and catch. More destroyed drones gave me the next trophy, Sharecore, which was for doing just that, destroying the drones and collecting the blast shards. And with all the blast shards collected, it was time to fully upgrade Delson to help me earn my next 2 trophies. One down, which was for completing all the side missions in just one district. And then the second trophy was Prank Call, and it was for completing a district showdown. And all a district showdown is a bunch of soldiers arriving to have a big scrap with you. And after enough fights with the soldiers, I got the trophy Home Field Advantage, which was for clearing out half the soldiers' control in Seattle. And that trophy goes hand in hand with Hello Operator, which is for doing half of the final showdowns in the game. And now for the final time, I got the trophy Clean Sweep, and it is got for clearing out all the soldiers in the city. And then of course, like clockwork, the trophy Final Showdown popped, and it is only unlocked when you defeat all the showdowns in the city. And the best thing about doing all the final showdowns is fast travel. And now on to a completely different trophy, Drop Everything. And this is gained by comet dropping over 170 meters. It's basically got for perfecting your superhero landing. Now for a bit less exciting trophy, Keep It Up. And this is acquired by just staying in the air for 45 seconds. And if you're going for this trophy, you're going to need this perk right here. And now that there's nothing else to do, it's time to stop being an asshole and restart again. But this time we're going to play it differently and get more trophies, starting with Sacrifice, which is for choosing the good karma option and trying to sacrifice yourself for the tribe. And now I'm back in Seattle and I got a different trophy, Double Smoke Stack Attack. And it is for dashing through 2 red vents without touching the ground and then comet dropping on an enemy. It seems somehow Delson also managed to get a new power, Telekinesis. It seems even good karma can't keep Delson from being an asshole, because this next one is called Total Carnage, and it is unlocked for destroying 5 cars in 5 seconds. But to make up for all that carnage, I decided to get this trophy next, Everybody Out. And you can get this trophy by rescuing 10 suspects from suspicion cages. Let's just not talk about what I did to them in the previous playthrough. After a quick meeting with Fetch, it wasn't long before I got the next trophy, Temperance. And this is got for redeeming Fetch and taking out some drug dealers. And I wasn't done with the drug dealers because I did need to get another trophy, just so you know. And it's for busting 10 drug deals. And this is the point where something I've never saw happen happened, and my PlayStation 5 broke. And this is all I could see when it would actually work. I then got my PS5 back fixed and all, and there was no better way to celebrate than getting another trophy, and that was Someone Your Own Size. And it is for rescuing 10 escaped conduits from angry mobs. And to be honest, if I saw this, I'd probably try to beat them up as well. But you would need a lot of courage to do it. Like this next trophy, Courage, but this would be for a different type, like redeeming Eugene and saving some conduits. And before you could say conduit, we were back fighting Augustine once again, after being set up by Hank. And speaking of Hank, he actually helps me get my next trophy, Mercy, which is only got for choosing the good karma option, while Hank is with you. And then it was back to round 2 with another fight with Augustine, or would this be more like round 4 at this point? And after the fight, I acquired the trophy Justice, which was for choosing the good karma option while with Augustine. And then I unlocked 2 more trophies right after that. And the first one was Reconciliation, which was for finishing the game with good karma. And then came Unstoppable, which was for beating the game on the hardest difficulty. And more good karma came my way with unlocking the trophy True Hero, which was for getting level 5 good karma. You can get good karma from drug busts, funnily enough graffiti, subduing enemies, and finally healing civilians. And this is how the next trophy, Walk It Off, was unlocked, by helping heal 10 civilians. And from healing to destroying with this next one, Cough Drop, and you get this for comment dropping on 3 coughing enemies. And how you make them cough is by tossing a sulfur bomb, and then of course you comment drop on them. And then of course the platinum trophy finally unlocked. And the name of the platinum is kind of ironic because you're finished at this point. And the rating I'm going to give for this game is a simple 3 out of 10. Even on its hardest difficulty, this game is not that hard. Just make sure your PlayStation doesn't break. And with the platinum trophy unlocked and the game rating given, that means this is the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, maybe even a comment if you're feeling up to it. I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye.